So I went on a spiritual journey last year. Even though I was in addiction, one of the things that I realized is that everything is vibration, compressed, crystallized sound. You know what I mean? Like, there's no such thing as solid. It's all just vibrations. So when you are like vibrating at a lower frequency, you're living in the material world, a third dimension, like everything is dense and materialistic, and it's hard, things are hard. It's hard to get through life in that regard. Um, but you can heighten your vibration and think in infinite possibilities, the fifth dimension, the dimension where all possibilities come through, all the infinite timelines that you can see everything. And it's light, you know what I mean? That's all it is. Everything is just light. It's energy just compressed and crystallized into light. And one thing I learned too is I talked about honesty. Like, I remember one day when I was on the streets, I had an epiphany. I said, I'm never going to lie again. I'm always going to tell the truth, even if it hurts and even if it causes me conflict. And one day there was this big, burly, tough guy, and he was talking about how he doesn't like the game and stuff. And I said, well, listen, you engage in the game, right? You take things from people that you know are stolen and you don't like it, and you exchange them for goods. If you don't do it, somebody else is. So you can't hate a part of something that you are a part of. And honestly, like, this guy looked like he was gonna me in the face, right? And I was just like, oh god, this is it. I'm gonna get in trouble. And so he walked into the bathroom. He sat there for a couple of minutes. He calmed down. He came out, and then we were friends. And I realized something about truth. The truth can never be changed. It is absolute. It is constant. And it is a law. No matter what you do, you can try to dress it 6 ways from Sunday, but the truth is always the truth. And it doesn't matter which way you switch your perspective. That is, it's just for real. Like, that is it. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. You can deny it all you want. You can look at it from any perspective that you want, but the truth is always the truth. And when you realize that and finally face truth for what it is, you can embrace life. You know what I mean? And you can move on, and you can live. One of the truths is like, there's only one moment that exists, and that's this moment that is now. We can't go back in time at this point in technology. We can't go back in time. But like, would you want to go back into time, back in time anyways? Would you like to go back and change things? I don't think so. If I had the opportunity to go back and change anything in my life, I wouldn't, because I am so grateful for the fact that I'm alive. You know what I mean? And you have to also take into consideration, what if you go back and change something and it alters your life path to the point that you don't live anymore, right? You don't want to do things like that. So just accept things for what they are. Love yourself. Love the mistakes that you've made. Sometimes those mistakes are really big, but you had them for a reason, to shape the person that you are today. They are part of your identity, but they're not who you are. You know what I mean? They are the building blocks of the person that you are, but they're not who you are. Because there's a guy, Bashar, I follow him, right? I used to listen to his teachings all of the time. But he's a guy, and he channels this entity, and the entity is Bashar, and he has a lot of things to say. And one of them is, you can change who you are in an instant. The way I look at it is alternative realities are so obtainable, to the point of, you can alter your reality just by taking a step to the left. If things are not going your way, all you gotta do is take a step to the left. Now you're on a different path, a different reality, and that could be the best decision of your life, right? So just make sure, just like understand that decisions are everything, and don't take those lightly. Another thing that I do is I speak in absolutes. When I say things like I think or I wonder, what it does is it creates, like, all these different timelines and all these possibilities. When I say I am and I know, all of these timelines collapse and these absolutes become the only way to go. So it dissolves all of these, like, possibilities into absolutes, right? Into, like, full-blown timeline changes. And that's how I follow. I say I am, or I know, or I am going to, because I don't like to be wishy-washy. When I'm wishy-washy, all these possibilities could happen, and those possibilities could lead to timelines and realities that you don't really want, right? So speak in absolutes. It helps. It helps collapse possible timelines that are not good for you.